I remember one time, there was this guy in church that was always looking at me. This was, some years back. He was always looking at me, and then I told my friend, I was like, oh, so there's this guy in church. I think he likes me. And she was like, oh, why do you think he likes you? I was like, because he keeps looking at me. Hello, everyone. My name is Abimbola. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you're asking yourself what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be talking about everything creativity, relationships, and faith. If you like Jesus, you will like this channel. For us to get people to know that somebody is in town, you need to like, you need to share, you need to subscribe. We're going to be putting out videos every Friday. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Subscribe. Bye. Hi guys, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to you guys for supporting this channel, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, for like just being a part of this journey that this channel and the English is not Englishing, but you get what I mean. Anyways, today I will be talking on an interesting topic, really. I'll be talking on things I've learned where dating is concerned, right? There are a few things I've learned. There are a few things that have helped my life that I think will help your life as well. Now, the first thing I will be starting with is knowing what you want. As simple as that sounds, like you're probably like, I already know I want a guy that is tall, he's dark, and he's handsome. But the truth is, what do you really want, right? I feel like knowing what you want helps you just fasten some process, right? For me, for example, there was a time I met this guy. So there was this guy I met, we had gone on a date. Is he going to watch this video? I don't know. It's fine. If you're watching it, it's fine. It's all love from here. So there was this guy I met. We went on the date. The date was nice. So he said one of the issues we're going to have was my faith, right? So I'd asked him, of course, I wanted to know more about. I wanted to dig deep into what he was saying, and he said he was an agnostic. And me that I'm a Christian sick, because me that I love Jesus, I'm a Christian. I knew from the jump that it wasn't going to work. Now, it wasn't because I felt like he was a bad person, it was because I knew what I wanted. I wanted someone that had a relationship with God. I already knew that it was not, like, there was no point pushing further, right? And I knew that was the time to pause or to put whatever we were doing on a halt. Like, I knew that there was not going to be any subsequent dates. Now, that's one of the many things. But like I said, I feel like knowing what you want, it helps you fasten the process, but it also helps you not waste time. Like I did in this situation. For you, it might be that you want someone whose values align with yours. Now, when it comes to values, you're not necessarily saying, oh, the person has to be in the same career that I'm in, or the person has to be, doing the same, job that I'm doing and stuff. But the fact that, I'm passionate about youth, and the person is like, I don't care about youth. What business do you have going into that relationship? Or what business do you have even continuing whatever it is you're doing, right? So know what you want and don't waste your own time. This will take me to the next thing. If you know you are not going to eat it, do not perceive it. This is the second lesson that I've learned. You know how you already know that this is not what you want, or you know that, okay, this person's values do not align with mine, but then you keep them around. You keep them around so that, they can just be helping me do stuff. For some people, it's the fact that at least they are giving me gifts. So they are just there to help me with a project, or they are there to help me cook. If you're a guy and you know that, this lady knows how to cook, you're just keeping her around. But then you know in your very, very know that nothing is going to happen. This is how we break people's hearts. Like, this is how we stress people's children. This is one easy way to stress someone's child. This is even one way you stress yourself. If you already know that this is not what you want, don't keep it around. Do not keep it around. Your Bible says, what in God don't need yeah. I'm Yoruba, but I know that, but I just don't remember how it goes. But long and short is, if you're not going to eat it, do not put it close to your nose. Why are you not putting it close to your nose? Your sense of smell helps with how much you enjoy the food, right? If you're going to eat something, if you want to know, oh, if this thing bad, for example, is this food bad? One of the things you do is to perceive it. You're perceiving it because you want to know if it's still good. If it's good, based on what you perceive, you know you can go ahead to eat it. If you know you're not going to eat it, do not perceive it. So the next thing I'm learning where dating is concerned is, do not assume anything. Interestingly, I learned this like very recently, right? Because in my head, I thought that, oh, if a guy is talking to you, it could mean that he likes you. If he's really like checking up on you, if he's always like around you, it means he likes you, right? Now, I'm one person that believes that if a guy likes you, he should say it. But prior to say 2 months ago, I didn't know that a guy could be around you and be doing all of these things and not want anything with you, right? The guy probably thinks you're cool. The guy probably, I've met people that say, oh, you're a cool person. And that's it, right? They probably they think you're cool and it ends there. It has absolutely nothing to do with them wanting a relationship with you. Or, oh, they are looking at me. So if this guy keeps looking at me, it means they want something. I remember one time, there was this guy in church that was always looking at me. This was, some years back. Because always looking at me, and then I told my friend, I was like, oh, so there's this guy in church. I think he likes me. And she was like, oh, why do you think he likes you? I was like, because he keeps looking at me. And she was like, oh, he might just be looking into the air. Like, he might be looking at you and might be looking into the air. And that, that changed. It did a lot for me because I realized that, the fact that someone is looking at you, they probably just like the way you dress, right? They probably like, the way you put your outfit together. That's really it. So do not make any assumptions about anybody until they say it. There's something I say. So there are 10 ways to know a guy likes you. Number 1, he'll say it. Number 2, he'll say it. Number 4, he'll say it. Number 5, he'll say it. Number 6, he will say it. Number 10, he'll say it. So don't be out here making assumptions about anybody's son, right? Or about anybody's daughter, right? If you're a guy, walk up to her, make your intentions clear. If you are a lady and you are guessing, the best you can do is go to your father, the Lord, and ask him, oh, you know what, I feel like there's something here. Or ask your friends, oh, I feel there's something here. Don't just make those assumptions. And your friends can wake you up and say, oh, God, maybe there is nothing. Even after you tell your friends, there's still that room to allow the person to say whatever it is they want with you, if they want anything with you, right? So no assumptions. Please do not make assumptions about anyone. If there's any other thing I'm learning where dating is concerned, it would be not taking people at face value. One of the things the Holy Spirit taught me, I think it was sometime last year. So one thing, if there's anything you guys have noticed about me, it is the fact that I always attach the things I'm learning to a particular time I learned it. I do it a lot, right? So for me, in the past, one of the things I did was, as long as the person is a Christian, the person is great for me. That was what I thought. Or, because, your faith for me is very, very, very vital, right? How someone's relationship with God and all of that is very vital. But prior to now, I wasn't checking for their relationship with God as it were. Once they were Christians, there was some type of leeway I give, guys that were Christians. I never felt a need to check out, to look out for fruit, right? And it makes sense because me too, I didn't have fruit. I didn't have fruit as well. So if you don't have something, what are you looking for in anyone, right? So for me, I never looked for all of those things. I took people at face value. If I met them in church, automatically I was just like, this is my guy. Or, once you ask me out, you're a church guy, I didn't really need to vet you. If the person was an unbeliever, or the person, wasn't a Christian, I would, try to look out for things, check out for more stuff. Long and short is, get to know this person, whoever it is you're in talking stage with. I really want to hope that your talking stage is not about, oh my God, you're so handsome, or oh my God, like you're so pretty, or the guy is always just serenading you. I remember one time so someone said he loved me, and I asked him, oh, what do you love about me? I think he really couldn't tell me a lot. apparently he didn't tell me anything. It was just, I think he was like, I don't want to say one thing now, something like that. I don't remember, but he couldn't say anything. Same goes for your reason for liking someone. There might be nothing. It just might be that the person is fine, right? And I want to believe that the things on your list of what you want in a man is not just the man that is fine. I mean, who doesn't like a fine man? Who doesn't like a fine woman? But then again, I feel like you need to not just take people at face value. You need to see fruit. You need to, so say for example, you want a kind person. Is this person kind? You want a person that, what are those things? A person that is respectful. Are you looking out for those things? What are the fruits you're looking out for? One of the things, so I was saying something before, I feel like I veered off. One of the things the Holy Spirit taught me was being able to, understanding that fruit is not something that, you're just like, where's the fruit? It naturally grows from a tree, naturally. In your conversations, you will know. If you pay attention, you will know. Not to dwell too much on this particular point, but we need to be able to pay attention. If they come and tell you, I'm a pastor, I'm the reverend of this church, you better stay awake. You better look out for those things. If there's one thing I'm also learning, I'm grateful that I'm able to say this, right? This was probably not me prior to now. It is that I've become more open-minded, right? More open-minded where dating is concerned, right? Not saying, I'm not going to date this person. I'm not going to, give this person a chance because they do not tick all of my boxes, right? So now I understand that, okay, this person ticks my non-negotiables, which is, loving God, being respectful, and all of those things. All of the things my non-negotiables are. But the person is not as attractive as I want them to be. They're attractive to an extent, but they're not as attractive as I want them to be. Or, the addiction is not how I want it to be. I'm learning to embrace being open-minded, right? Even if the person doesn't fit into the box, doesn't fit the exact way I want them to fit. I'm learning to understand that, there are certain things I probably don't know. There are certain things that I could, figure out later about this person that would solidify whatever it is I feel for them. So I'm learning to be more open-minded. Say after me, I will be more open-minded, because it helps you a lot, so that you're not telling God when, and God is like, you too when, because I've sent you somebody. You've said because he's not as tall as my ex, I'm not going to go into a relationship with him, or because he's not as, but then this guy cares about you. This guy, there's some attraction you have towards the person. The person loves God like you love God. I'm assuming you do. If you don't, you can start the journey today. But then whatever your non-negotiables are, right, the person fits into it, but then they do not fit into some boxes. I think it would be nice if you give them a chance. Right. So the next thing I'll be talking about, guys, let me tell you something. I know you're probably like, must you put God? Listen, that's my life, right? Again, remember that, I'm sure I must have mentioned at some point in God is like my life. It's like my life. If there's anything you will get to know from me, is that God is my life. This next point, just be praying, pray. The day you miss the person, pray. The day the person tells you they want to get married to you, pray. Now, why are you praying? The reason you're praying is because God knows the things you don't know. There was something I said in one of my videos where I was like, people say things like, I met this guy, and when we're talking, there was nothing about him. Everything was perfect. Honestly, everything wasn't. Everything was not. The reason those things slipped through the cracks was because you went into your dating phase by yourself, right? You were not involved. You did not involve the Lord Most High. Honestly, he sees the things we do not see. He knows the things we do not know. He knows 20 years, down the line. Even if this person is not displaying some characters now, God knows. God knows the things you need. He will do in future. She will do in future that would mess with your destiny. So I would say that in whatever it is you're doing, involve God. I do that a lot. Like involve God in every step of the way. I'm trying to think of other things that I do. I think these are the ones that I can think of right now. Right, the things I do in my dating phase that has helped my life. It has made me, it has made me sane, right, where dating is concerned. Of course, we're still on the journey, so of course I'll still keep learning. If there's anything that comes to mind again, hopefully I'll be able to add it in future videos. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. I see that you guys like my videos, you guys share, you guys but like the subscribing is also a part of it, right? So if we're having like 1,000 people watch the video, it won't be bad if 1,000 people subscribe, right? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.